Awesome, guys. Thank you. And Angie should be able to get on too. So I'm recording again. So what, for any of you watching this recording, what we said is if you're interested in Team Cup, comment on the post I made in our page, and a Success Club trip 2020. Like, these trips are amazing. Like, so Summit is the business trip. There's workshops, there's like learning and things like that. The Success trip is literally the trip where it's just fun. It's celebrating success. It's, hi Angie, I'm glad you were able to get on. It's celebrating success. It's just hanging with your teammates. And it's like a lot of like this trip may be where you meet some of us, some of the other team for the first time. Like, literally 2017 was the first time I met my upline, Anita. It was the first time I met any coach. I literally flew to Punta Cana alone and met up with everybody. It was crazy. So I want you all to come. I went to Punta Cana. I went to Mexico last year. I had earned it for both Anthony and I. I went just myself the year before. And now we have the cruise coming up in March. So I want all of you to put yourself on the opt-in list if you are not on it. And I want you in Punta Cana with Anthony and I. So do it, do it, do it. And if you have any questions, I posted the link in the page so you can go like read about it, read how to qualify and things like that. Okay. So next thing I want to cover tonight is the business activity tracker. I know most of us have chatted about it or are using it. There are two different styles of the business activity tracker in the team page. The plain business activity tracker and the one that's in Canva that Desiree updated and gave to me, and I gave to you guys because I love it, because after each week there's like reflecting on goals. How did you do? So they're both the same, but I want you to pick one of them and use it. And whether you choose to print it out, whether you choose to do it in Canva, or you're like me, what I do is I take a notebook because I'm teacher in me comes out. I'm a pencil and paper person. I literally take the business activity tracker and I just write the tasks down my notebook and I check things off every day. So I say a notebook. And then I like make little notes like around it. So like I check my things off and then I'll turn the page and I'll write down the people that I invite. And then I go to the next week. So I can keep it all together. And then I can look back, all right, I didn't do so well this week, or I need to improve this and things like that. And guys, the business activity tracker is literally the to-do list of a coach. Check the things off every day. It breaks it down for you. Working out, drinking your shake, doing your personal development. That's being a product of the product. The most important things we do as a coach, because your business will parallel your health journey. If you're not growing, your business isn't going to grow, because that's what we do. We work on ourselves and we just invite people to join us. And then it literally just breaks it down for you. Initiate connections, add followers, because eventually we're going to invite everybody we know. So we got to keep bringing in new people to keep talking to, make new friends, and invite them to join us. It tells you, make a social media post every day that talks about health benefits. And it can be a workout. It can be, a healthy meal. It can be things like that. You know what I mean? Update your story. Tells you, post a, daily life, a workout clip, a healthy meal. Like, it literally says, do this, this, and this. Answer your messages, respond to new comments and things like that. Invite, follow up, contribute to challenge group, recognition. And recognition doesn't have to just be recognizing another coach who you've sponsored doing something. Like, I think a lot of people get kind of freaked out by that recognition. Shout out a coach on the team. Like, I shouted out Angie, which, hell yeah, Angie, if you guys didn't see, she got off her blood pressure medication, is now no longer pre-diabetic because of Shakeology. Like, those are friggin' things. That's recognition. Those are things you shout out. Shout out your coach friends, the girls in the boot camp. And if you don't have any boot campers yet, go in and shout out other people. If people don't know, like, I'll screenshot cool things that people say and white out the names, and I'll put it on my story. Like, look at what this girl posted today, or, so recognize yourself, recognize your teammates, recognize the girls in the boot camp, like all of it, because people see that stuff and it's like that FOMO, like fear of missing out. Like, I want to be a part of that. I want to do what they're doing. And it's fun. People like, I feel like you get to our age and it's like, how do you meet friends? How do you meet new people? Like, we all want to be a part of something. And it's like, we're not selling shakes and workout programs. We're sharing this right here. All of these people on this screen that came together and are now friends. We're inviting people to join this community because, that's what I think about. We're not, Beachbody says ending the trend of obesity, but I also heard ending the trend of loneliness, making people feel like they're not alone in their health journey, in their personal growth journey, in their business journey, things like that. So I just went off on a little bit of a tangent. Sorry, guys. I get excited and I just like to talk. But all of that good stuff. And to go with the business activity tracker, one, if you ever have questions, talk to me. I'm happy to answer if you don't know what something means, if you're not sure. I'm doing it every day with you. And also, I was on our leadership call today for the Diamonds and Above. And Eric and Anita, for those of you that don't know, Anita Myron is my upline. She's in the Millionaires Club, 15-star diamond, has been top 10 twice. And her husband, Eric, who's like the coolest guy ever. You guys will love him when you meet him. You'll love both of them. But they work the business together. And they were talking today. And Eric helps Anita with certain things. But he was like, I'm going to do this. Why aren't I recruiting coaches? I post and I do things like that. And he has sat down and he has, over the past 2 weeks, religiously filled out the business activity tracker. So is Anita, like right along with all of us. And he's like, I realized like I wasn't bringing in people because I wasn't doing the business activity tracker. So he started doing it and he has started signing people as his under him. So guys, every level of this business is doing the business activity tracker. So just like Leslie Cortez, Anita's upline, who has been in this 8 years, is in the Millionaires Club herself. She's doing it. So it's not just like you get to a certain level and don't need it anymore or things like that. So if you fill out that business activity tracker each day, and some days you're going to have really great days, and some days you're going to have shitty days. It's going to happen, but every day is a new day. All right, you know what? Yesterday didn't go as well as I wanted. Reflect on it. All right, here's what I'm going to do better today. Get to the end of a week and say, oh, okay, didn't go as well as I planned, or wow, I rocked it last week. We all have those, okay? I have those. The first week I started filling out, like, because I had my own tracker for a little bit, but I was like, this year, I was like, I'm going to do the Beachbody Business Activity Tracker. And I went through my first week and I looked back on it and I like did the percentage. I like figured out what percentage of work I did. I was like, oh, I kind of failed. I got a 74%. I was like, I can do better. The next week I did 100. So, just take it day by day, week by week. And like, this is my motto for the year. And I like, you guys have probably seen me post about it maybe, but it's just like, make this the year of the better you. Each day get up and be better than you were the day before. It's not the year of the new you or the week or the month of the new you. It's each day be a little bit better than you were yesterday in one area. And that's all you can do. Any questions on that? Okay. And I have everyone muted just so there's no background noise. So if like you have a question, just unmute yourself. Oh, Angie. Okay, you're unmuted.
Sorry, I didn't know that I could unmute myself.
No, you're good.
So for the business activity tracker, it like calls out like make this many posts on this social media or whatever. Do you find for yourself that it's easier to connect with people on one type of social media rather than the other?
No, not necessarily. Like, I post the same thing on both, and like looking at, I'll like go through and I'll invite from both. Like, I have my prospect list right now, and I have Facebook and I have Instagram. But it also, for me, I connect on both. But you might find, you know what, I connect better with people on Facebook. Then focus on Facebook. Or maybe you just want to, like, maybe there's people in here who just want to focus on Instagram or just want to focus on Facebook. That's fine. When I started my business 3 years ago, I mainly focused on Facebook. I don't even know if I had an Instagram. Now I focus on Instagram because that I really enjoy. I have fun with Instagram. I like the story. So everything I post, I think about, okay, what would look good on Instagram and things like that, because Instagram is more about aesthetics. And I create all my posts for Instagram and then just copy and paste it to Facebook. Everything literally everything on my Instagram feed and my Instagram story gets copied directly to Facebook. Like, because why not is how I look at it. Like, I don't create separate content for both. But that was a great question. Did that answer your question? Okay. All right. So I just want to share the thing about Eric doing the business activity tracker, and it just shows even the top coaches, they're doing it too. Something he shared today, which I thought was interesting, which I'm going to try and start doing, I wanted to share with you guys, was he found when he did his invites in the morning, he was getting better responses, because if he was doing it at the end of the day, people are tired if they have a work day and they're like, oh, I'll get back to you. And then they don't. So, and I know you guys work and you have jobs and things like that. So don't think, oh, how am I going to do that? If you can't, that's fine. Maybe if you want to, get up 10 minutes earlier and do some invites in the morning and do some in the afternoon and see what works for you. Or maybe do it on your lunch break because it's still a little bit earlier. Or maybe you find you get good responses at night. I haven't played around with it yet, but I just wanted to share that with you if it's something you want to play around with. And just the motto for this year, and like we were talking about in our leadership call, is just always remember, be here in a year. Building a business isn't easy, but also think about like your health journey. Are you going to get ripped to get a 6-pack in a week? No. In a month? Probably not. In a year, maybe, but that's the same thing with your business. Like your one post isn't going to launch and build this 6-figure business 1 week, 1 month, one challenge group. It's not going to build your business. It's that over time, that's what's going to build your business. And the hardest months I've had, guys, the months where I have not met my goals were the months I wasn't doing the things. Like I've had some rough months in the past couple months. The month after my wedding was rough. And the months where I struggled most is because I hadn't been consistent. I wasn't doing the things on the tracker. So to share that with you. Another little thing that was shared on our leadership call today, I really liked, and I wanted to share this idea with you of kind of the different levels of the business. So you have your marketing level, which is posting on social media. Join my challenge group, join my team, I'm a lifestyle coach, here's my healthy meal, I did a workout. That's the marketing, kind of telling what you're doing. But that's not going to build you a business. You have to do the recruiting. That's the behind the scenes work in that second level. Filling out your business activity tracker, inviting the people, bringing people in. And then you have the coaching level. Once you have them in, get them results, because then they're going to stay on Shakeology. They're going to stay on Energize. They're going to start, giving you referrals. Hey, this person would be good at this. And they're going to bring more people in. They're going to become your next coaches. And that's where the mentorship level comes, as you help people come through, your challenge group and then come in as coaches, or maybe they come right to the coaching level like some of you have and things like that. So I just wanted to kind of briefly just start to get you to think about those levels. Just the marketing level is not going to build you a business. You got to keep taking it keep going through those. Any questions on that? No? Okay. And just so a few little pointers on the marketing stuff. I just want to remind you guys, and I said it before, think about when we do our business, curiosity marketing. We don't want to say Beachbody, Transform 20, Shaun T, Joel Freeman, Shakeology, Energize, because that turns people off. Because there's a lot of network marketers out there who do a really shitty job. They're like, buy this, this is what I'm doing. And it's like people get turned off by all the people that are doing it the wrong way. So think of yourself as a lifestyle coach. You're sharing the workouts you're doing. You're saying, you could say, I did Transform 20 today. Or you could say, I did this 20-minute program from my living room that kicked my butt and the trainer was super motivational. What's going to, get people more interested? Look at me, I did Transform 20. People are like, what's Transform 20? Who cares? Or she worked out for 20 minutes in her living room and didn't really need any equipment. People are going to relate to that more, because then people are going to say, oh, they're going to be able to see themselves in your life, see themselves working out for 20 minutes while their daughter is sleeping, when they get home while their husband's making dinner for them, or their husband's folding the laundry, or they can get up 20 minutes earlier, things like that. Same thing with your superfoods. Like I never say Shakeology because there's so many protein shakes out there. But if I say my superfoods and say, things that it does, I talked about Angie and how she got off her blood pressure medication and got off and is no longer pre-diabetic. I've talked about how it helps age-related disease because that's big in my family, how it helps heart disease because that's big in Anthony's side. Like sharing things like that. Think of, you're not sharing the what, you're sharing the why. Like, I'm working out because, and things like that, if that makes sense. Because you want people to want to ask you what you're doing for two reasons. One, if you say like, I'm doing this, this, and this, maybe the person, and I know some of you have heard me say this before, is intimidated and says, okay, I want to do what she's doing, but I'm scared. I'm not going to reach out to her. Oh, she's drinking Shakeology. I'm going to go find it on Amazon and I'm going to buy that. And maybe they don't know how to make it right and it doesn't taste good and they miss out on all the benefits because you didn't help them. Or maybe they try T25 and get frustrated because they don't have the support and accountability of a boot camp, or they don't have you cheering them on or helping them, with things like that. So they miss out on your mentorship and they get frustrated and they feel like a failure and they stop. But if they'd had you in the boot camp, they wouldn't have stopped and they would have made a difference. You would have made a difference. So you would have made a difference in their lives, but you also would have gotten money in your pocket, because we're all here to build a business, plain and simple. So if you tell them everything, they're just going to go buy it. And also there's a bunch of Beachbody coaches who you've probably gotten some of these messages. You like just the crappy cold market messages that just feel really salesy and spammy. So maybe they got one of those from a Beachbody coach and they're turned off. But if they get to know you and they don't know exactly what you're doing, you're not trying to hide it. You're just trying to get to know, you want people to get to know you and want to join you and your boot camp and our team. They don't want to feel like you're selling them a product. Any questions on that? Like, make up a fun name for it. Like, people call it like their mommy wake up juice or their go-go juice or their unicorn punch, or make up a fun name for it. Because then people are like, what is she doing? Like, I want that. People call it like yellow gold, yellow coffee, your superfoods. Rain O'Dell calls it her veggies because she can't actually eat veggies. Like, come up with a fun name and have fun with it. So just that thought. If you're going to do a call to action, and a call to action means Mowgli's going to join our call right now. She's right here. Is, inviting people to join your challenge group or the team. I would do, and Eric put it a really good way on our call today, is like, set yourself up for success. Even 3 years into the business, guys, I don't have people knocking down my door to join me. I go out and invite them. So I'll do things like, send me a message if you want to chat. I'm an email away. I'll put my email in there and say, email me, because then if people see a call to action with no one responding, that doesn't look that great. And you get frustrated. Who wants to be the first one to do anything? But if you say, send me a message, I'm waiting to hear from you, email me, they don't know how many people are in your inbox. So set yourself up for success. And you could even, like, I've joked about it on my page before. I'm like, I'm getting to all your messages, guys. Like, I'm coming. Even if I have 2, makes me look like, you kind of fake it till you make it sometimes. It's okay to do that. Like, pump yourself up. You're a coach. You're building a business. Who cares if you've signed 1 person or 75? Whatever. You're not lying. You're just kind of like, they say fake it until you make it. You want to, if you talk about yourself like you're already successful, you're going to be successful, and people want to join you and feed off of your energy. And last thing I want to talk about, just quick marketing social media stuff, is you need to at least be posting on your pages at least 1 time a day. So that means 1 time a day on Facebook, Instagram. And for those of you that you're busy, or your moms, I know we all have other stuff going on. So like, sometimes thinking about, what am I going to say today? Here are some tips for you. Make yourself like a schedule. Think, all right, Monday I'm going to post about Motivation Monday. Tuesday I'm going to post Transformation Tuesday. How have I changed? Wednesday could be Wellness Wednesday, where you share a tip. Thursday, Flex Friday. Like, make yourself a schedule if that helps. Or think about like something I used to do when I was just beginning and like planning the wedding and working full time and building a business. I'd sit down with a piece of paper and I'd write Monday, 1, 2, 3, because that's when I was posting more. Now I post 3 again, but whatever. And I'd write down, all right, I'm going to post about fitness the first thing of the day. And then I'd think, okay, like, are Anthony and I making any cool recipes this week? All right, Tuesday we're making something I want to share about. I'd write that in for Tuesday. If I knew Anthony and I were going on a date night on Friday night, I'd make sure, all right, I'm going to take a picture of us Friday and I'm going to post it. Like, things like that to help yourself. things that, like, you like. If you like I like to travel, so I like have some posts I'm gonna write, you know, for things when I don't know what to say. Like, I'm gonna post a picture of Anthony and I from Arizona probably and say, like, you know, if you could pick any place to go back to, where would you go and why? Like, so you share a little bit about yourself, but invite people to engage with you. And what I do is I also have a favorites folder on my phone, like on an iPhone, you know, that little heart at the bottom. You can press the heart and it puts things in your favorites folder. So I'll like favorite things if I'm like, all right, I'm going to put this in my folder. So on those days where you don't feel like doing your hair and your makeup, or like you don't feel well, or you just don't know what the hell to say, go to your favorites folder, pick a picture and say, all right, I'm going to use this one today and this is what I'm going to say. Or like take a picture of yourself and post some motivational, I got this out of my personal development. I thought you would like it and here's why, or here's what it meant to me. So don't just throw a Pinterest graphic up there and call it a day. Like, put some thought behind it. Does that help? Does anybody have any questions on that? Okay. So that, I'm going to unmute you guys. That is what I have for you guys tonight. I did.
You muted yourself.
You muted yourself.
I unmuted you guys. I muted myself. Okay. Does anybody have any questions on social media, on the business activity tracker? Are you running into any challenges that I can help you guys with? Jess?
Yeah, so I've actually had like 4 males reach out to me about the program today.
I just had my first mail tonight.
That is your choice. I don't.
So, yeah, I was thinking of just selling them the challenge packs, obviously not making them coaches and not joining like actual, I mean, like I told them we do have this support group, but I said it's like all females.
Yeah. So, I mean, if they join, it's money in your pocket. So I just wouldn't necessarily put them in a group with all females. I believe Anita Myron has a huge virtual wellness studio, and I'm pretty sure there's guys in there. So if you guys sign men, they can go in there. Okay. You know what I mean? So let me know.
Mm-hmm.
And because I've signed one guy. Like,
yeah.
He literally went to, Lauren, he went to high school with us, Kevin Bolton.
Oh, yeah.
He like did it for like 1 month and stopped. So like, but he reached out to me and I knew him from high school. So I was like, okay. But
yeah, that's how it's a lot of men from like my Crohn's and colitis camp. So
okay, so like it's not like creepy men off Instagram and Facebook.
No. These are people that I know.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of take it case by case basis. Do what feels right to you, because I always want you to remember you want to build something that feels good and you're proud of. So
right.
Always ask questions if you're never not sure, but do what feels good to you. There's no right or wrong way to do it.
Okay.
But that's an awesome question, because I'm sure we're all like, I've run into that. You guys are running into it now, and you guys who haven't yet probably will at some point.
Yeah, I don't know this guy personally who reached out to me, but he reached out to a girl who I just signed up. Yeah. So she's going to be a bride, and someone who's going to be a groom was like, oh, well, I want to get fit for my wedding. How can I do this? So that's why I keep looking down at my phone, because I'm messaging him now. Yeah. I haven't said about any group yet, but I'll just do the virtual wellness.
Yeah. And I mean, you could even, say, hey, we have this like massive group. Like, you know what? I'm gonna.
Oh, I have a question on to them.
Yeah. I will post the link in our team chat for Anita's big wellness community. Like all of like us diamonds and like other people in our downline to add people to it. So it's just like a big group. So you can put people in. So I will make a note to give you guys that link if you want to put people in. And then go ahead, Erin, what's your question?
So I had a lady at work. I was talking to Jess about this earlier today. She is already in Beachbody, and she reached out to me. And because I guess at work one night I was talking to a girl who I just signed up, who's the one who's going to be a bride, about our group, and we became Facebook friends, and I added her to the group, and she was close by, and she's like, oh, what's this group? And I was like, oh, Beachbody, I'm signing Lauren up. Like, she's going to become part of one of our virtual wellness groups. And she's like, oh, I don't have a group. And I was like, oh, I didn't know you did Beachbody. And she's like, yeah, I signed up with one of the soccer moms who's a coach. And she's like, can I join your group? And I was like, I was like, I don't know. I was like, because I'm not your coach. I don't want to take over your coach's group. And she's like, well, she doesn't have a group. She's like, so I was like, oh, well, how does she talk to you about things then? She's like, oh, she just texts me and kind of checks in here and there. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I use my group because I love it for accountability. I've been using it before I was a coach, and that's what keeps me accountable. And she's like, can I join it? So I was like, so when I was there, I like added.
I said no.
Yeah,
I said no.
But then Jess texted me and said no, and I was like, okay, that's fine. So I messaged her and I was like, hey, I can't add you because I don't want to take over the role of your coach. I don't want to step on her toes. So I was like, if you want to switch, you're more than welcome. No pressure. Like, I know it's a soccer mom thing. I don't want you getting a soccer ball thrown at your head. But you're more than welcome to switch. Like,
that's how I would have handled it too, because it's also like, it's, you want to help her, but you don't want to step on the other coach's toes, because imagine if you were the other coach and things like that. And also, like, you're putting your time and effort into this,
Right.
and you deserve to be compensated for that.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm not going to have a girl join our group with all of our girls, like, under us.
I know. She's one of my night shift managers. So it was a tough situation.
It's hard. Like, I've dealt with it. I had to remove someone who like lied. I was helping another coach recently who like was dealing with something similar, and like this girl was like lying. Like, it gets dicey, but it's just like, you just gotta, you're taking care of you. If you like, always, keep the door open. If you want to switch to me, by all means, like, that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
I even had, like, I'm friends with a girl on Facebook, and we've talked, and she has another coach, and she reached out to me the other day and had like a coaching question. She's like, I'm thinking about coaching. I love my coach. I don't want to switch, but I want your perspective. And I was like, dude, I'll give you my perspective. That's fine. Like, but I can't do anything more than that. And she was fine with that. And so, yeah.
It
like,
gets tricky because, like, one of our other girls, Nicole, she has, like, girls, like, other coaches, like, saying, come join our team, like, trying to, like, snag her.
And
So
it's
it's funny because there is, like, beach body, like, drama. Like, you got to be careful. So
Yeah.
that's, like, one big thing to watch out for.
yeah.
Because I get it, too. I get it all the time.
Yeah. Like, if I have people that come into my inbox that are like coaches or like, I'll message people sometimes and I don't realize they're a coach or don't realize they're a challenger.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, why are you doing it? I would never try and push them. I'm like, oh, cool. Who's your upline? Like, I try and be nice. I'm like, awesome. So happy to connect with another like person in the wellness family. And I leave it at that. And I unfollow them because I'm not going to follow them if they're not going to join the team. But yeah, I think you handled it well. And it's always awkward the first time or two, but then
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Hopefully she doesn't throw a soccer ball at my head at work on Friday.
I'll come throw one at hers. I got you.
Tell her that I declined her, Erin.
I will be like, that bitch did it not. My head.
That is a good question. I like that. Thank you for asking that and sharing it, because you guys might deal with it at some point. And we're all nice people. We have hearts to serve. That's why we're coaches. So it's like, we just want to help everybody, but
we also have a business to serve. So
exactly. We're all doing this to help ourselves and our families. So
yeah,
at the end of the day, we have to remember that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, and Caitlin, I think one good question, because I think I was talking to Erin about this a few days ago. I asked you, like, should we be signing people up right away as coaches, or just kind of bringing people in with challenge packs? And you did say until we hit diamond to automatically sign them up as coaches.
Yep, definitely.
Okay.
And yeah, automatically as coaches, unless they have a really big, and I even have that in the script in our team page, like sign them up as a coaches. Because then, one, you're saying, like, I'm giving you the discount. If they're already a coach, they're more likely to, you can approach them about the business. And then getting to diamond will grow your income faster. So, yes, sign everybody as a coach until – go ahead, Emily.
What all does it take to become a diamond? I know you have to have, like, 4 on each side, right? 4
coaches on either leg, and each of them – and 1 emerald on either leg.
Okay.
And one of them, like, that's why it's always important to sign up your significant other, spouse, best friend, somebody, because then in this business, you can control you plus 2. So, like, I can control my mom and Anthony. Like, so right now I'm just working on building Anthony. Eventually I'll build my mom. But, like, that grows your income faster. And then you can also get to diamond faster because you can make your controlled business center an emerald.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't really know what I'm talking about right now, our controlled business center, that's okay. We'll get there. But just know, like, you want your significant other at the top of your business center, because then, just to quickly tell you, like, so it's like you, and then like say your husband or whatever, anybody that you sign under you, it's like volume. So it's like you kind of like double dip. The volume hits your controlled business center and then it hits you. So you get income twice and you grow faster.
Yeah, I think that was like one of the biggest like things I'm so happy you told me right away, Caitlin, was signing up my husband. Because it really, like, even if I'm not signing up a lot of people and hitting successful, like, no matter what, whoever I have under my husband, I'm still bringing in like some money every week. So
yeah.
And then I order like some of my products under him, and then it's basically like getting money back, basically.
Yeah, literally. So like you're getting volume from ordering things from your other account. And just one side in on that, like, so like anybody that I sign after you guys on the leg that you're on in my business, you get volume from. If you go inactive or like your spouse goes inactive, that volume goes away. And it's like throwing money away because it gets put in like a bank and you can like pull from that as you continue to go. And that probably makes absolutely no sense right now. But like, just think, if you go inactive, your spouse goes inactive, it's like your bank gets emptied and then you have to start building it back up again. So that's why I've like never let Anthony go inactive, because like I know that that volume will increase. So a lot of jargon, I know.
Yeah. And like we all work together. Like my business can't be successful, unless everyone else's business is successful, and vice versa. Like, it's all like one big team. It's not someone is doing better than someone else. We're all in this together, literally.
Yeah,
so that's
literally.
what's really cool. Yeah.
That's like my favorite thing about it is like we're all in this together. We're all helping each other, and you may have a question and you'll answer it and you'll share this resource and this challenge and hey, do this. Hey, like we're all in this together no matter what level you're at. Like no one can be an emerald coach, a diamond coach, a 15-star diamond coach alone. It takes a team working together to build things. And that's the cool part. It's just like you're never alone. Yay. Any other questions?
I guess if we sign someone up as a customer, because I had someone who didn't want to be a coach, just wanted to do customer, when should we start reaching out to them regarding them becoming a coach?
As soon as you want.
Okay.
Like a weekend. How are you doing? They're enjoying Shakeology? Let's talk about you getting that for free. Like, and just things like that. Like you reach out whenever you feel it's right.
Okay.
If in the first week they're like posting motivational stuff or like they're loving their journey, why don't you start sharing that with other people? Let's get you, you know what I mean? And you don't have to like be like, let's build a business, because that might freak people out, but be like, you're already doing what I do as a coach. Like you're motivating people, you're doing like, so like as you go through it, if you have people you want to ask and you're not sure how to approach it, always ask me, I'll help you figure it out. And then then you'll get used to like doing it. And then you'll know how to do it on your own. But like, if you're like, hey, I want to like invite this girl to be a coach, I don't know what to say. Tell me, I'll help you.
Yeah, Caitlin used that cheesy line on me too.
But it wasn't cheesy because it was true.
Jess got me that way. It's okay.
No, Erin. You said you thought you would be held more accountable if you became a coach, and that is very true. So that's another thing you can tell people is if they're struggling, you can say, hey, listen, why don't you try being a coach, because it does make you check in every single day.
It got me up this morning out of bed at 6:30. I was like, God damn it.
I know.
Reach out to me.
Like it's that consistency, that one thing after the other. It all just comes in the getting up, the people reaching out to you, putting yourself out there, showing up. Like it all works.
I always look on Facebook. Did Caitlin get up? Instagram. Did Jess and Ian get up? God damn it. Time to get up.
Yeah. I had someone say to me the other day, they're like, I'm just getting out of bed and you've been up 3 hours. I'm like, but you notice about 7 o'clock, I'm off social media because I'm done. I'm not a night person. And she's like, yeah, you're right. I was like, exactly. Like,
I literally keep my pre-workout on my bedside table now.
that's
Yeah.
great.
A little cup and a straw. And as soon as my alarm goes off, like, I literally just turn over and I'll, like, drink it in bed. And I tell myself, like, if I'm that tired, I can go back to bed. But literally it hits me, like, in 10 minutes. And I'm like, all right, I'm up.
Let's go. I sort of hits me like right away. I'm like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
I hope that the monitor's right next to my head and she's still sleeping. I'm like, baby.
I love it. Oh my God. All right, what time is it? All right, it's about 9:15, guys. I don't want to keep you too late. And I know me and Mowgli are about to cuddle and go to bed soon because I'm tired and Anthony's not here. So Mowgli is my cuddle buddy tonight. But wait, before we go, gotta put this on Instagram, guys. Hold on, where's my phone?
How do we get all of us?
All right, let's see. So I'm gonna do a boomerang in a second. So like, do a little wave, do whatever you want to do. Oh, that's my face. We don't need me. Okay.
Just
On three.
barely.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. I love it. Okay.
Whoa.
All right. I'm gonna post it now,
Oh,
guys.
look at the puppy.
I love the puppy. Literally, we're all fur moms. Dogs or cat moms on here.
So can I just tell you, we got a robot vacuum for Christmas, and he like would not come on our main floor this today because we just set it up today.
Oh,
poor guy.
Mowgli hates the vacuum. Like she barks at it. The broom. I'm like, Anthony, hold Mowgli. I gotta sweep the floor. Like, I know. I'm talking about you, pretty girl. My little baby. All right, guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for getting on this call. Our next call is next Monday. Well, the Monday in a couple days. So we'll do like opposite weeks just because I know some people can do more Wednesdays, some people can do more Mondays. So I figured we'll kind of go every other just to get as many people on, and they will be recorded, but do your best to get on because then you get the conversation and we can talk and, you know, ask your questions and talk out like challenges and share fun stuff and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for getting on, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Have a great night.
Bye.